Tonight on Carolina News. Third time's the charm. Will the third Super Tuesday bring wins to Marco Rubio and John Kasich in their home states, or will Donald Trump keep widening the gap? Good for the soul. Find out why 6 months after the historic flooding, Columbia runners are finally getting back on track. And Domestic Violence Task Force, what Nikki Haley is doing to conquer domestic violence in South Carolina. Carolina News starts right now.
Live from the capital city, Carolina News brings you your news first. With breaking news and in-depth reporting. Up-to-the-minute weather. And all your sports news and highlights. It's all here, now, on Carolina News.
Hello and welcome to Carolina News. I'm Alex Grant.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Taylor Hollander. In the presidential race, voters in 5 states head to the polls today. The Republican side, this will be a make-or-break test for Senator Marco Rubio and Governor John Kasich. And on the Democratic side, we will know if the polls backfire on Hillary Clinton again. Raven Bowie reports how 2 key states affect Super Tuesday number 3.
Ohio is going to make America great again. Kasich cannot make America great again.
The battle continues and the question remains, can anyone stop Donald Trump? Governor John Kasich looks forward to taking the win in his home state of Ohio.
We're going to win Ohio. I feel very good. I think it's going to happen.
The Real Clear Politics average of recent polls shows Kasich has a 3% point lead over Trump.
He may win Ohio. It's right now a tie. According to most of the polls, we're literally tied. He may win in Ohio. I mean, who knows? He's the governor, but he has not done a good job.
Senator Marco Rubio lags behind in the polls in his home state of Florida, but hopes for a miraculous win.
We're going to do what needs to be done. We're going to win the 99 delegates here in Florida.
Senator Ted Cruz is 90 delegates behind Trump and is confident he can stop the frontrunner.
There is only one campaign that has beaten Donald Trump repeatedly and that can and will beat Donald Trump.
USC political science professor Todd Shaw says Ohio's outcome could possibly affect both Kasich and Rubio.
If Kasich doesn't win Ohio, he's already said he will back out of the race and stop his campaign. If Rubio doesn't win Florida, it's very likely he will have to, because he will have very little to show for all the effort generated and for all the endorsements that he has.
On the Democratic side, Senator Bernie Sanders hopes to dominate in Ohio with an upset.
I think we're going to win in Ohio tomorrow.
And former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton focuses on continuing her winning streak in the South and getting more votes.
We have to have a big vote tomorrow.
Shaw says Sanders' surprise victory last week in Michigan could result in a Super Tuesday victory.
There are some demographic similarities between Ohio and Michigan that might really bode well for him.
Later tonight, we should know if Sanders can pull off another upset win like he did in Michigan, and if Trump will have an easy or difficult path to the nomination. That's all here in the newsroom. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Raven. South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley signed a bill this afternoon creating a task force to investigate and review fatalities linked to domestic violence. Governor Nikki Haley, as well as the House and Senate lawmakers, have pushed for tougher domestic violence laws, and with this bill now in place, domestic violence will be investigated at a whole new level.
As of yesterday, we were one of 9 states that didn't have a fatality review process. As of today, we are now one of the ones that do have it. And so that's what makes this process so good, is that we are actually moving forward to helping make sure that that victim's life is never forgotten. They will not be forgotten the second that that death happens. They will actually be reviewed to see what we could have done to save their life.
This task force will also examine where the state can improve in combating domestic violence. And with the chilling statistic that 1 in 4 college women are sexually assaulted, the University of South Carolina's Student Health Services is kicking Sexual Assault Awareness Month off early to get people on campus more aware. Our Gabrielle Aarons went out to Green Street to see what Student Health Services is doing to start the discussion.
Green Street, the main street which runs through USC's campus, is buzzing today as the weekly farmers market is underway. But today,
There's an extra tent added to the market with an extra big message.
We are doing the Clothesline Project, which is coming up in April. So today we're just having the first live paint party where people can come and decorate shirts.
There are 5 different color shirts that people can choose from that stand for different things, like sexual assault victims and the survivors. The booth caught Faris Al-Muhabi's eye as he was walking by, and he decided to decorate his shirt for his own personal reasons.
Even some of my own friends have experienced such issues that they have also been abused.
Other students made it clear that they also think sexual assault is present on USC's campus.
Yeah, I definitely don't go places at night by myself, and I don't walk very far on campus by myself at night just because you don't know what could happen, really.
I mean, you're in a city, so you have a concentration of a lot of people, so you never know what you're going to have here. So with as many people as there are here, it's definitely prevalent on the campus, or it's definitely present, yeah.
The National Center for Victims of Crime say that 1 in 5 women will get sexually assaulted in their lifetime, but that number decreases when you get to college campuses, making it 1 in 4 women. This means this topic is really important. Sexual Assault and Violence Intervention and Prevention on USC's campus says that over the past 2 years, there have been around 100 assault cases reported. Spokeswoman for Health Services Marjorie Duffy explains USC makes an effort to get the word out there.
A national conversation because it is such an issue on campuses across the nation, and so I think that our campus is very proactive and we do a lot of prevention efforts.
Sexual assault is an umbrella term used to describe a wide range of forced, unwanted sexual activity.
Definitely, when you mix kind of like alcohol and younger people, it definitely tends to, lines get blurred on what's right and what's not. So
Sexual Assault Awareness Month focuses on how prevention is possible and breaks the silence. Gabrielle Aarons, Carolina News.
Well, those t-shirts will be on display April 18th on Green Street from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and from April 18th to April 22nd on the second floor of Russell House. If you wish to speak with someone in the Sexual Assault and Violence Intervention and Prevention Office, call 803-777-8248.
Our weather specialist, Christina Zagami, is out on Green Street enjoying this amazing weather. Did spring come early this year, Christina?
It certainly did, and just in time for the farmers market out here on Green Street. Today it's 80 degrees and there's not a cloud in the sky. We're looking at a week of nice weather because of a high pressure system off the coast causing warmer winds in the southeast. Temperatures should stay warm throughout the week with some partial cloud coverage rolling in tomorrow. We can look forward to mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the low 80s, high 70s. But we're expected to see some rain at some point this weekend. I'll tell you more about that later in weather. Back to you in the studio.
The October floods have affected almost everyone in Columbia. While some businesses are still working to get back on their feet, runners have something to smile about. Our Avery Bofinger hit the Riverwalk trails on their opening first day today.
It's been 5 months since the historic 1,000-year flood in Columbia, causing the Columbia Canal to breach and water levels to rise in the Congaree River, leaving many people unable to enjoy Columbia's Riverwalk. Today, however, the Riverfront Park is back open and ready for everyone to enjoy it again, especially the runners, who believe this park is good for the soul, like Sally Roach.
It's great. They've done a wonderful job, and it's fabulous to have it back open.
But it seems the park rangers are just as happy to have everyone back.
Look at these dogs.
Karen Swang-Kustovic, the assistant park ranger superintendent, knows how important the riverfront is to Columbia.
It's the best. People love this place so much that we were really in a hurry to open it as soon as we were sure that we could safely reopen it.
With everyone working on reopening the trail, it wasn't easy. The team had to repair some parts of the trail that had as much as a 12-inch difference in surface between the gravel and asphalt. Ken Loudon, who organizes a weekly running group, is happy to be back on their favorite track.
Are you kidding? We're thrilled that we've been running here since 2005.
But Ken is just one of many who is grateful to have the Riverfront Park back open.
We just look forward to welcoming everybody back to the park. It's been a long time and we've missed you as much as you have missed us.
You might not be able to enjoy this beautiful day with your busy schedule, but don't worry. Tonight you can come here at 5:30 to join the after-work walk and learn about the historic Columbia Canal with the park ranger himself. Avery Bofinger, Carolina News.
The assistant superintendent said she considers today to be the Riverwalk's soft opening. The park hopes to have a grand opening soon to welcome the Columbia community back to the trails.
Well, local authorities in rural Kansas are now saying that a vehicle crash may have been a part of the reason why the Amtrak train derailed Monday night. Authorities say that the crash may have damaged the track before the accident. The engineer of the train noticed the bend in the rail and pulled the brakes moments before the tragic accident. The exact cause, however, is still being investigated.
The condition of the track is going to be a focus of the investigation. There's some indication that there was some misalignment, but we have yet to fully understand what that was and why it happened.
Weiner says more information about the incident should be revealed in the next 3 days.
Former South Carolina Highway Patrol Trooper Sean Grubert pled guilty Monday to assault and battery of a high and aggravated nature for the shooting of an unarmed driver in 2014. Grubert faces up to 20 years in prison. Circuit Judge Casey said he wanted more time to think about Grubert's punishment, but he did indicate that Grubert will serve time in prison. No sentencing date has been set. The shooting was caught on Grubert's dash cam. His boss, State Public Safety Director Leroy Smith, fired Grubert after seeing the video. Surveillance footage was released showing a Richland County Sheriff deputy getting into a fight at a convenience store. The deputy was attempting to make an arrest when Richland County's Marvin Yo White struck the officer and continued to punch and kick him. The brawl was soon broken up later by a witness. The deputy was threatened for injuries after the incident, and White is sentenced to 30 days in jail.
South Carolina's Emergency Management Division will be hosting the state's annual disaster exercise today and tomorrow. The training event is an opportunity for everyone in South Carolina to practice updated procedures for disasters that occur with little to no warning. The SCEMD will be coordinating with county emergency members from the state to test the state's ability to recover from an earthquake scenario. The exercise will take place from 1:30 to 3 p.m. and all South Carolina citizens are encouraged to attend. It will be held at the South Carolina Emergency Operations Center. And Columbia firefighters will be at multiple city intersections this week in order to raise money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association's Fill the Boot drive. The money raised will help affected families in the Midlands and fund research to find a cure for muscular dystrophy. The firefighters will be located at major intersections throughout Columbia, and the drive runs tomorrow through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Coming up, see which world-renowned dancers came to Columbia for a great cause that will benefit the state.
Never look a howler monkey in the eye.
Fried ants are delicious.
We finished a clinic in a rainstorm.
Really?
That was a confidence builder. My students actually ended up teaching me.
Yeah. In la keg, a la king.
Think managing a sales team is tough. Try working with 5 different villages. My alarm clock was a rooster. After 2 months, I was ready to quit, but after 2 years, I didn't want to leave. I didn't know I had it in me.
Turn 2 years of service into a lifetime of experience.
Columbia City Ballet held a luncheon this afternoon featuring ballet dancers Misty Copeland and Brooklyn Mack. These dancers have made historical accomplishments in the dance world. Our Irvin Jones was there to find out more.
Misty Copeland, the first African-American principal dancer, along with Columbia native Brooklyn Mack, soaked the attention of fans during lunch at the Marriott Hotel today.
Very excited to see Misty Copeland, first African-American to be lead dancer. The primary ballerina is it's history making, and who knows when I'll get a chance to see her again.
What's happening here today is phenomenal. I mean, you have the great Mrs. Misty Copeland, who is going to be here to grace this audience.
Here the focus was to raise money for flood victims who are still affected at the historical flood in October. Awards were both presented to Copeland and Mack from Columbia Mayor Steve Benjamin and others. For those who attended, this was a monumental moment for Columbia, the arts, and the African American community.
For Columbia to have these 2 huge stars, it's a huge event. It's a huge thing. It really is.
This fundraiser luncheon was also an exciting moment for donators to empty their pockets and fill their stomachs and appreciate how far the dancers have come. Irvin Jones, Carolina News.
The luncheon was a full house, and the Columbia City Ballet is to release how much money was raised later this week. USC's School of Journalism and Mass Communications will host Boston Globe editor-at-large Walter Robinson Wednesday. The lecture follows the school's screening of the Oscar-winning movie Spotlight. The 2015 film tells the true story of the Boston Globe's investigation of sexual abuse by Catholic priests. Michael Keaton plays the role of Walter Robbie Robinson, a central character in Spotlight. His lecture is entitled Investigative Reporting: How Hollywood Came to Celebrate What Newsrooms Believe Is No Longer Worth the Cost. The lecture will be given in the auditorium Wednesday at 7 p.m.
USC's Farmers Market has officially reopened for the spring, and it is open every Tuesday from 9:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. between the Russell House gates on Green Street. The market features everything from fresh produce to homemade candles, and many students and faculty have gathered to celebrate the reopening. Vendors are also excited for their return.
Psyched out of my mind about this reopening of the Healthy Carolina Market. It's going to be great, beautiful weather, so I'm hoping to give away some free coffee, get people hooked this semester, and then we'll sell a lot.
Psyched out of his mind, you can find Simeon as well as many other vendors on Green Street next Tuesday. And Tinder users can start feeling the love again after an hour-long outage left some feeling lonely. The mobile dating app had a technical glitch Monday night that accidentally deleted some users' matches, and some users also had trouble logging in, and there were reports of messages being missing from their history. The company tweeted that users should log out and sign back in and have their matches restored, so swipe left away.
It's been a beautiful sunny day in Columbia. Our weather specialist, Christina Sagami, has the latest on what to expect.
Temperatures are going to drop slightly but stay warm throughout the week. But we may be seeing some rain this weekend. I'll tell you when, coming up next.
Have you heard? Scam artists are trying to trick seniors into giving them their Medicare number.
I heard that. This happened to my friend. A man came to her door wanting to sign her up for the new Medicare program. Well, when she got her Medicare summary notice, it was full of charges for services she hadn't received. So I did something about it. I joined the Senior Medicare Patrol, where I teach others to protect their Medicare numbers, review statements to spot false charges, and report suspected fraud.
We're asking folks about marriage.
You know, marriage makes me think of sports. You know, teamwork, dedication.
Okay, let's see what people say.
Let's say your marriage is a sport. What sport would it be?
Basketball. Surfing.
They have to be a team sport.
A lot of back and forth.
A lot of people watching.
So how many people are influenced by your marriage?
Hundreds.
You really think about the ripple effect.
It's like a wave.
Want to improve your marriage? For ideas, go to foryourmarriage.org. A message from the Catholic Church.
If I ride, I will know the way the trees smell after the rain. I will grow a heart so strong that hospitals will take Tuesdays off. If I ride, road rage will turn into laughter, and oil tankers will haul chocolate milk. And I won't be a boy or a girl. I will just be a rider.
Wow, it's been so nice out. Perfect time for the Riverwalk to reopen.
Yes, it really is. Currently in Columbia, there are clear skies and a lot of sun. As you can see here on campus, the temperature is 80 degrees, beautiful for March. We have humidity at just 33%, not too bad, and winds keeping us cool, coming in from the southwest at 6 miles per hour. And as we take a look at the state, you can see it's 82 in Columbia. A little bit cooler, but not by much. It's still very warm for the upstate, 79 Greenville, 80 in Rock Hill. And perfect on the coast, nice beach day if people are lucky enough, 79 Myrtle Beach, 80 in Charleston, and 80 down in Hilton Head as well. And as you can see on our national map, there is a lot of open space over here, and that's why we are seeing these clear skies and beautiful temperatures. There's a high pressure system off the coast you can't see, but that's actually blowing warmer winds into our area, and that's why we have such nice weather. But we actually have to worry about this front that's coming in. As you can see tomorrow, it's not just quite making it to Columbia yet, which is why we will have nicer temperatures in the Palmetto State. But it will be affecting us later in the week. The temperatures are going to drop in the weekend, and we might actually see rain on Sunday because of these high pressure systems. You can see there's rain up in the Rockies. That will be coming our way. For tonight's lows, it's still really nice if you would like to go out. 60 degrees in Columbia, perfect spring temperatures. A little bit cooler, but still nice up in Greenville and Rock Hill. And very nice along the coast, 62 Myrtle Beach, 61 Charleston, 62 in Hilton Head. And for tomorrow, we have 85 degrees in Columbia, even warmer than today, which is unreal for March. We have warmer temperatures up in the upstate as well and along the coast. And at 85 is actually close to the record high of all time at 88, which is very, very warm. And as you can see for our 5-day forecast, it's going to be beautiful throughout the week, but there will be cooler temperatures starting Friday and Saturday because of that pressure I was talking about. And we have a 50% chance for rain on Sunday. So we'll get a little bit cooler, but it's still going to be a beautiful week, and we should be very lucky to see it.
I'm so spoiled with this weather so far.
Awesome weather here in the Midlands, but some of our Gamecocks are about to find out where there's not so much great weather. Coming up, Kevin Smart will tell you why Gamecock women's basketball looks like they're hitting the road for the national championship this year.
Have you heard? Scam artists are trying to trick seniors into giving them their Medicare number.
I heard that. This happened to my friend. A man came to her door wanting to sign her up for the new Medicare program. Well, when she got her Medicare summary notice, it was full of charges for services she hadn't received. So I did something about it. I joined the Senior Medicare Patrol, where I teach others to protect their Medicare numbers, review statements to spot false charges, and report suspected fraud.
We're asking folks about marriage.
You know, marriage makes me think of sports. You know, teamwork, dedication.
Okay, let's see what people say.
Let's say your marriage is a sport. What sport would it be?
Basketball. Surfing.
They have to be a team sport.
A lot of back and forth.
A lot of people watching.
So how many people are influenced by your marriage?
Hundreds.
You really think about the ripple effect.
It's like a wave.
Want to improve your marriage? For ideas, go to foryourmarriage.org. A message from the Catholic Church.
If I ride, I will know the way the trees smell after the rain. I will grow a heart so strong that hospitals will take Tuesdays off. If I ride, road rage will turn into laughter, and oil tankers will haul chocolate milk. And I won't be a boy or a girl. I will just be a rider.
I love the concept of mentoring because you're really able to make a difference in the life of one young person.
My mentor is a role model for me. She told me about all the opportunities that there is in life.
She has transformed into an amazing young woman, and I feel so fortunate to be a part of that. I think a mentor can really open the eyes of a young person to all the possibilities that are out there for them if they just go after their dreams.
So get involved and do your part. Invest in the future. Mentor a child.
So Kevin, Gamecock women's basketball booking some plane tickets.
Yeah, and that has a little fans. They're not happy about that right now. Alrighty, so we know that the women's basketball has had an amazing season this year. Gamecocks fans were invited to watch the NCAA tournament bracket reveal with the Lady Gamecocks last night at Colonial Life Arena.
It's no surprise the Lady Gamecocks are going dancing. It's also no big shock that the ladies were selected as a #1 seed in the tournament. The big shock comes from where the Gamecocks will be playing. The regional games will be held in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Gamecock fans were hoping the ladies would get a bid in the Lexington, Kentucky regional. From Colonial Life Arena, Lexington is almost a 7-hour drive for Gamecock fans, which is ideal. But with a bid in the Sioux Falls regional, Gamecocks fans will drive more than 20 hours. Coach Dawn Staley says her team is not deterred from the announcement.
This team has been through so much, you know. The seniors on our basketball club have, played in different environments, near and far. They want to win a national championship, and whatever road that leads us to that, they're up for the challenge.
The Lady Gamecocks will open up tournament play this Friday at 7:30 against Jacksonville. That game will air on ESPN2. If the Gamecocks win their first 2 games, they will then head to Sioux Falls for regional games.
Now, it is interesting to note that if the Gamecocks make it to the Final Four game in Indianapolis, Indiana, that drive will be just a little under 10 hours, a little bit more convenient than that drive to Sioux Falls. The Lady Gamecocks are not the only Gamecocks team in postseason play this season. The South Carolina men's basketball team will host 8-seeded High Point tonight in the opening round of the 2016 National Invitation Tournament at Colonial Life Arena. The Gamecocks have earned a #1 seed after a 24-8 record, with those 24 wins setting a regular season record for victories. The appearance in the NIT is the Gamecocks' first postseason appearance since the 2008 and 2009 season. With a victory over High Point tonight, the Gamecocks would match the school record for most wins in a season and would play the winner of the #4 seed Georgia Tech or the 5 seed Houston on Saturday. Our Kristen Whitaker will be at the game tonight and will have full coverage on tomorrow's show, so be sure to tune in for that. Coach Will Muschamp and his new staff will hit the ground running today as the football team begins spring practice. The staff will have 15 spring practices to reevaluate the return talent and to install new schemes and principles that will define Gamecock football for seasons to come. Coach Muschamp knows there is work to be done and is eager to get that work started.
Every spring ball, I really enjoy spring ball because that's true coaching and teaching, and you're not, obviously I love the arena on game day, but you're able to really, see a guy develop from practice 1 to practice 15, and really to see him grow and develop and don't have the pressure of having to get ready for a game and those sort of things right now, which is good for us. So, I think every spring presents its challenges. We certainly have several in front of us here, but we look forward to the opportunities we have set in front of us.
The 15 spring practices will be followed by the Garnet and Black spring game on April 9th, which is open to the public. Now, they do have a bunch of young kids coming in and new coaching staff, so they have a lot of hard work ahead of them, but it looks like it is some positive things to look forward to as well.
Still a little weird to think about South Carolina football with no Steve Spurrier.
Yeah, it is.
Sure, Coach Muschamp is going to do some great things coming up. And find out this weekend which town is going far to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
It is important for young people to have a mentor in their life.
I would definitely say that I have had an impact on his life and he's had an impact on my life.
One of the most important lessons that I've learned from Charlie is to make better decisions and take responsibility for what you're going to do.
Think about what you would be today if people didn't go a step out of their way to help you out. And that's really what it's all about.
So get involved and do your part. Invest in the future. Mentor a child.
What if you could ignite your child's love of learning with one after-school program? What if that one program was easy and fun? Destination Imagination is the one. Destination Imagination has taught teamwork, creativity, and problem solving for more than 25 years. A major university study showed our students are ahead of others in creativity and critical thinking. Learn more at startateam.org and make Destination Imagination the one for you.
You can't text and pay attention to the world around you, and you definitely can't text and drive. Every year, deaths due to distracted and negligent driving are increasing. In fact, while drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving fatalities have skyrocketed. Find out more at negligentdriving.com.
Hi, I'm Mia Hamm. As a professional soccer player, I know how rewarding sports can be and how quickly injuries happen. So I've teamed up with the American Association of Orthodontists to ask athletes to play it safe. With my years of training, I know what it takes to become an expert, and orthodontists do too. They're the experts who help people obtain healthy, beautiful smiles. Wear mouthguards, face masks, and helmets to prevent injuries. Keep smiling and visit braces.org.
St. Patrick's Day is this Thursday, and in one town, leprechauns took over and changed the town's name. In New London, Wisconsin, a team of leprechauns changed New London to New Dublin to kick off the upcoming holiday. This is a tradition that began more than 30 years ago, leading up to the annual Grand Parade this Saturday. The Grand Parade is the largest parade in Wisconsin and is expected to have up to 30,000 people attend.
Until I saw the ladder there, I was wondering how the leprechaun got up on the sign.
Probably needed a big ladder for that one.
Can you tell us what it's going to be like this weekend for St. Pat's?
Yes, actually, if you see, we're going to have pretty good St. Patrick's Day weather. It's going to be a little bit cooler, but that actually might be nice with all the people that are going to be in downtown 5 Points this Saturday. So it should be pretty enjoyable for everyone.
Definitely celebrate responsibly down at 5 Points. It's going to be a lot of people. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for being with us here on Carolina News.
See you tomorrow. Have a great evening.